Well, Sean, got back to winning ways today.
Yeah,
and that was an important win for us, wasn't it?
it was. It was crucial. We had a chat at the start of the game, and to be fair, it was in doubt. I got here with my management team, and Niall and Shano and Johnny were on there as well. And I honestly felt that the game wouldn't be played. There was a lot of standing water, but I think credit to both teams. It was a good game, certainly for the neutral. Again, I seem to be saying that quite a lot, but my team showed more qualities again today. They stuck together. We went down to 10 men after half an hour, so we had an hour, 65, 70 minutes, whatever it was, with 10 men, and we had chances. We had chances to kill the game. And you know, when you're chasing it, sometimes you can be hit with a sucker punch. And you know, fair play to Jack Lewis. He's cut inside. He's tried his luck. We've got there a little bit late. It's taken a deflection, and then you're looking at your watch then for, you know, God knows how many times. But yeah, we said at the start it was crucial to get back to winning ways and to get the 3 points here. It was going to be tough. They were coming off the back of two good wins, Flint. You know, I'm sure Niall has come in now, and their fortunes will turn around. They'll finish in the top half, no doubt. But yeah, absolutely made up for the boys. They were different class.
Yeah, we started well, I thought, today, better than we have done in recent weeks.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. It's not just myself sort of saying it, you know, myself and my management are picking up on it like from the side, but I've got to give full credit to my players today. They realised that the last 3 games we maybe haven't started so well. We said sort of first 15, 20 minutes, if we can play in their half, great. You know, if we can't play around them, you know, just put it into the channels like the quality, because, you know, Danny Brookwell and Gaz Evans are willing runners. And I felt after 15, 20 minutes, you know, Flint sort of put their foot on the game, the foothold, but then we started controlling proceedings. I felt we moved them from side to side. I felt Clive was getting into the hole quite a lot, which was enabling Jay to support Breezy. And again, we had some good opportunities. I think their keepers pulled off a good save. I think Breezy's done him, and it's hit the post, and it's actually landed like in the mud bath. We got ourselves into good areas. We put good balls into the box, and you know, we got hit with a sucker punch then with Jay getting sent off. And you know, I had a chat with the referee. You know, Andy, I've had Andy as a referee before, and a linesman, and I obviously can't repeat you know, on camera what Jay has apparently said, but you can't go around saying them type of things. You know, Jay, at the end of the day, he's a valuable player for us. He's got to start realising. And okay, I mean, the players were maybe a little bit irate at half time, but we dug in, we stuck together, and yeah, we scored the 2 goals at the right time. We managed the game really well. Obviously they got themselves back in it, but we started throwing bodies on the line then, and that's probably what you need. And it was certainly a good show of championship form, I'd say, when you're sticking together like that with 10 men at a difficult place like this, like Flint, and you're coming off victorious. So I'm absolutely made up.
Yeah, when we went down to 10 men, what change did you make? You know, what was your reaction to that? You know, what change did you make to the team?
Not necessarily too much. Obviously, man down, we just stuck with 2 banks of 4, and you know, Breezy, who I thought was outstanding. I thought he caused a lot of problems today centrally. I told him to go no deeper than the edge of the centre circle, and then to be fair, it was a bit of a graveyard shift then for Gaz Evans and Danny Brookwell. In when we win the ball back, can they you know, sort of get wide as quick as possible? Can they stretch them, and can we look to hit him on the break? The goal came from that. Danny Brookwell's done excellent, and he's got caught up in a little bit of a mud bath with his shot, and he'll probably claim it was an assist, but I made up for Breezy because his efforts today deserved the goal. Then it was a handball for the penalty, and you know, Nathan's probably one of the calmest in the team really when it comes to that. So 2-0 up, you know, like I said, they got back in it. That's what I said to Gaz and Reece and Clive and Nathan, the big characters in the team, the experienced lads. You know, when we are in the trenches now, we stick together and we pull through, and it was an unbelievable effort. I'm so pleased. I made up.
And being in the trenches, obviously, sometimes, well, you'll need good support. What about the Covey Army? Pulled us through it at the end, didn't they?
Fantastic. You know, I did say at the start, I know Darren Billy's dad wasn't too well this week. It was pretty sad news, so puts things into perspective. But he's certainly shown the fighting spirit. It picked Daz up last night when he said the coach was full. So Daz and the supporters and that showed the fighting spirit. And I relayed it at the start. You know, I hope Daz doesn't mind me saying it, but you know, Daz is you know, the big lad there was part of my pre-match team talk, and I said there's bigger things going on in the world, lads, but you do it for him. It was Darren that organised the coach. The Covey Army have been unbelievable the last couple of weeks, and that was for them. That was for them today. I think for the lads as well. Of course, I think their efforts today were absolutely tremendous. But Covey Army came in their numbers, and not necessarily being a 12th man today, they were our 11th. Obviously, after going down to 10 men, but they're tremendous. So you know, a massive shout to them. I've just said then now we'll prepare meticulously now this week. Another great occasion at the Oval now Friday, when we welcome the new Saints in the Welsh Cup, and it's going to be another bumper crowd, and hopefully it'll be another memorable night at the Oval. But I've said to the lads now, once that is out the way, we'll give a good account of ourselves. It's going to be an extremely tough test. We're in single figures now in the league, and the light is at the end of the tunnel, and that's certainly going to be a key phrase from now until the end of the season, without doubt.
And tonight you'll be able to celebrate for the first time in a few weeks a victory. So it's definitely going to be a Chinese tonight.
Do you know what? It's actually a restaurant. I'm not entirely sure. One of my good mates, Michael Pearson, turned 30. So we're wining and dining tonight. So a few beers, I think. Sean, his brother, and a couple of your mates, Stefan and Matty, were here, like, fair play. Shout out to Bouts, like, as well, because he's normally glued to his settee on Saturdays. But no, credit to them for coming. You know, Sean, obviously playing for Holywell, he didn't have a game. So, you know, they were in attendance along with officials from Holywell and officials from Denby. So it was nice just to get the win, and I think it sent a message out to them. But listen, there's still a long way to go. We're realistic. It's going to be a tough run in. Of course, you know, 3 of our 4 games are away from home. So the Covey Army need to turn up in full voice. We need to turn up and be at it. You know, we've got key players coming back now from injury, and we'll hopefully get one over the line this week. So yeah, it's an exciting time. But yeah, going back to your question, I think a couple of pints tonight I think is called for.
Wel, mwynhadu yn hynny, Sean, a diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr, Paul. Cheers. Thank you.